Made a quick trip down to Crest Air Park, also known as Norman Greer Airfield. Like an idiot, the approach coming in here, I left the caps on the cameras, so didn't get any of that. So, but it was a rather nice touchdown. So anyway, I'm gonna fire up all the cameras and we're gonna head on over to Ranger Creek. This channel is about working on aircraft and flying those airplanes. So come take a seat and let's go for a flight. And prop.
Hey Rusty, how about you move up and let the guy on the tank?
Alright, sounds good. I'll pull up over here to the right.
Right behind you.
Clear, 5-4 Echo's about 3 miles to the north, setting up for 45 to 33. Clear.
Clear traffic, got a sense in flight of 2. We're going to taxi to tree at Greer. So picked up a friend. Came in here just to turn on all the cameras and met Rusty and his airplane, OB-1 Anobi. He has got a beautiful looking Piper Pacer.
Greer, 5-4 Echo, base 33, Greer, crest. Crest having some similar thing with downwind, 33 crest, number 2.
Oh, I got 2 in the pattern.
Alright, system ready.
Yeah, I always seem to come here when it's super busy. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about, but...
Norman Greer, crest, 5-4 Echo's turning final for 33.
Got him.
Crest having some similar thing is final, 33 crest, number 2.
Ready to go?
Sure is. 4 Echoes clear, Greer.
Norman Greer traffic, Stenson 50 kilo, we're flight of 2. We're going to take tree, hold in position at Greer. Lights, camera, action.
Okay.
Norman Greer traffic, Stenson 50 kilo, we're departing tree, flight of 2. Left turn out southbound. No, do.
After you've been in the White River Valley for a while, you'll come across an installation of a radar on your left-hand side. This installation is approximately 13 miles from Ranger Creek. As the valley area starts to narrow again, you will be 8 miles from Ranger Creek. This will be your probably last chance to turn around. If you're experiencing a considerable amount of turbulence at this point, you're probably in for a rougher ride as the valley gets much tighter up ahead.
Yeah, that's right around where I turned around last. It was right in the air.
Oh yeah.
Seems pretty good today. Yeah, I mean, it felt pretty good then, but I was like, you know what, I've never been in here, I don't want to experience any funkiness, so I just opted to turn around. Oh, that was before your first time? Yeah, that's the first time in here. Try to go to CTAP and make our call. Alrighty. Ranger Creek traffic, Stinson 502 or Flight of 2 or inbound from Greenwater, 3,500 at Ranger Creek.
Be prepared in this area. It gets very narrow. And if you're planning on landing to the south, you're going to want to hug the Palisades cliff line on your left-hand side. And look for the opening. That'll be the threshold for runway 15 landing to the south.
Lights. Leave the mixture alone. Am I gonna overfly this thing? Oh my god. Ranger Creek traffic, since 50 kilo, we're overflying and looks like we'll be turn around and landing to the north at Ranger Creek.
As with most backcountry and airports that are wilderness areas, a flyby is always a good choice, not only to get the weather conditions, but also to possibly scare anybody or any animal off the runway.
Ranger Creek overflying the airport, north to south for a northbound landing.
So my approach on this landing to the north will take me pretty close to some terrain just west of the runway. I've chosen this approach because it allows me a little more maneuverability in getting established on final. So I'm going to turn base on or around Crystal Mountain Boulevard, which is cut from the far side hill. It's pretty obvious. If you've turned a beam of that cutout there on the hill, you want to be at or above that elevation. There's a good possibility of getting some downdrafts at the very end, and it's always a lot easier to blow off some altitude than try to get some of it back, especially when you got trees right below you.
Too fast.
This is what that opening looks like if you're going to make an approach from the north landing to the south. Now this approach on the west side is to be taken with a little bit of caution if you have a westerly wind. The only reason I'm on this side is it allows me more room on the turnaround, but if there were downdrafts, I'd be in pretty bad shape.
Ranger Creek traffic, Stinson 50 kilo, turning base to final, tree at Ranger Creek. Creek traffic, Simpson 5 kilo is final for tree tree. Much better.
Well, we made it to Ranger Creek. Got one of my fans here, Rusty, and finally got to meet Obi-Wan. Cool.
Obi-Wan, yeah.
And so this is the last stamp for the Olympic region. So here we go. Kind of anticlimactic. Yeah, easy for me to say.
Anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. Yeah.
Food and outdoors attract odors, attract bears.
Well, it's going to be getting dark soon. I think it's about time we head on out of here.
Master, mixture, carbide, cold. Think they heard me? Well, that was Ranger Creek, and if you've never been there and that's your first time, man, it is tight. You really need to know where that runway is at. There's just enough room to maneuver. So, but thanks to Rusty, I finally got to meet you, and I don't know what took so long, but we will definitely keep in touch, and I'll let you know when the next Taco Tuesday is going to be. So, anyway, leaving out of Ranger Creek there, as I was climbing out, I kept hearing the. I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's the water bottle." When the air pressure changes, these things will make a bit of noise, and kind of can be a little distracting. So, I'm sure for the people who aren't pilots, this is new. If you have been flying for a while, you've heard that before. So, anyway, Ranger Creek wraps up the last airport in the Olympic region for the Fly Washington passport program for me. So I now officially have the patch for the Olympic region, and we will go over and change the pin as the ceremony we normally do. And anyway, thanks for joining me again on this one, and I do appreciate all your support. It really does keep me motivated to keep making videos like this. So, as always, may all your flying be good flying. He flies in here like...
Flies in his 150.
Oh, fun. Cool.
Yeah, he flies out of Boeing Field. There's me. North breeze, that was 622. 8.
So this must have been from the whole summer, eh?
I think so, they haven't. There's Tom again, he was here.
He's like a regular here, right?
He is.
He is.
This
And he's what, 74 years old?
Yeah.
What's he? And he flies a 150, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Green, it's got kind of a little star on it, and he's got the droop wing.
Oh, the Madras tips?
High lift tips.
Yeah, yeah.